welcome to Houston Sports Talk Dynamo captain Brad Davis. He's a 6-time MLS All-Star, 2-time MLS Cup Champion, and has made a number of appearances on the U.S. national team. After missing 3 games with an injury, he picked up an assist against Portland to break the Dynamo streak with a 1-1 tie, and then scored one of 4 goals against Chivas USA for the Dynamo victory Saturday. Great to have you with us, Brad. I know this last one had to feel good for you and your teammates. How did it feel to get the offense rolling again?
Definitely. We've gone through a little bit of a rough patch here. Things haven't been really going the way we wanted to, so it really feels good. The attitude was still great to be able to go out on the field on the road and score 4 goals and, most importantly, get the win. I think guys got a lot off their chest in that game, and it felt really good to be back out with the group and, being able to participate in a positive way and getting that win. Hopefully we can keep it going tomorrow night.
Well, the Dynamo have only missed the playoffs once since you and the franchise arrived in Houston. How does this group compare to some of the teams in the past as far as talent and potential, since you've seen it all? And who are some of the younger guys who have some real room to grow with this team?
Yeah, I feel just as confident as ever in this group. We made a good run at it last year and the year before, and it's pretty much the same group of guys. We've lost a few faces, but the core of the team's still the same. This is a really good group of guys, a bunch of hardworking guys. Some of the younger guys that have come in here and, been doing great, been able to participate and get some minutes. You see Mark Sherrod come in. He's been a new guy this year, plays up top, big, strong guy. Holds the ball up really well for us. He's been able to get an opportunity. And another guy that's been able to get a few minutes is A.J. Cochran, who's played at center back for us. He may be getting some minutes here again shortly as well. So 2 guys, for me that have really come in as rookies and done a fantastic job. Not to mention we still got a lot of young guys, but they played a lot of minutes and everybody knows their names already. So they're already doing well this season for us as well.
Hey, Brad, you've played most of your career with the Dynamo and have had a long association with Coach Dominic Kinnear. What have you learned from him the most over the years?
Honestly, with Dom, he's instilled the hardworking character with us, but he's really just, it's kind of staying the course. He's played in a system. He's coached the exact same way. He doesn't get too excited over wins, and he doesn't get too bummed over losses. There's so many ups and downs throughout the season. You just have to stay the course. He's had a formula that has worked and been successful for a long, long time, so you can't help but, want to be able to follow along and continue with that in any way that you possibly can and buy into the system. And I think he's done an unbelievable job in not just bringing him and the rest of the staff. Our front office has done a fantastic job of not only bringing in good soccer players, but also bringing in good people that will last and are a good part of the locker room. I think the locker room, people overlook too much on certain teams. They try and go for the top names and the best individual soccer players. But when it comes down to it, you can have the best individual soccer players, but you're never going to have a great team. And that's what this game is all about. And our locker room has always been tight. It's always been a great group of guys. And that's one thing that Dom, is just continued to do. He stays the course no matter what.
Well, it's an exciting next week for you. Jurgen Klinsmann will announce in the coming days the preliminary 30-man roster for the U.S. World Cup team training camp. We'll talk about that in a second, but I just want to get an idea of how you're feeling physically. Are you happy where you're at right now?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Obviously I was trying to get through this ankle injury, missed a few games, worked hard to doing all my rehab and stuff off the field, and the staff did a great job of getting me ready and get me back. So feeling good now. Past few games have gone well, so just looking to progress moving forward and looking forward to this camp.
I want to take you back to January of last year. I believe you probably felt that your best chance to make the U.S. World Cup roster was over with after the last 2 World Cups, but take us back to your feelings that you had when you got the call from Coach Jurgen Klinsmann.
Yeah, I totally thought my national team career was completely over. I always sat there and was like, man, it would be great if I had another opportunity, but I came to terms with the fact that, it's probably not going to happen. And I was back in St. Louis over the holidays, over the Christmas break, and I remember sitting in the back seat of my wife's parents' car. We were going out to do something, and my phone buzzes, and I look down at it, and it's an email saying, congratulations, you've been called into camp. And I just looked at it and nudged my wife and showed her my phone, and she just kind of started crying, and I was like, wow, well, this off season just got real short. So turned around immediately, and after we got done, went home and got a plan together, start working out and get myself prepared for January camp. And it's been an unbelievable ride the past year and a half.
With the squad announcement to the World Cup training camp at Stanford, what do you think and what do you feel you have to do to impress this Jurgen Klinsmann coaching staff in order to be a part of the World Cup squad final roster in Brazil?
To be honest, I think I just have to continue to do the same things. When my name's called upon, go in and do the role that I'm asked to do and do it well, do it at a high and consistent level. I think with the opportunities that I've got so far with the team, I think I've gone in and I've done a good job. Obviously, they've liked what they've seen. They've been calling me back for the past year and a half, been involved in all the World Cup qualifiers. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been amazing, like I said, year and a half. But I really just think I need to continue to do the things that I have been doing, working hard on both sides of the ball, getting into the attack, getting my assists, creating for the team, and just being a good overall teammate, doing whatever it takes to win games. And, that's kind of what the Dynamo have all been about. And I try and take that to the national team, and that's something that I think they've really liked so far. So I'm just going to continue to do those things.
Talking about the national team in the World Cup, the U.S. men's team does have a pretty tough draw there with Ghana, Portugal, and Germany. And wanted to get your thoughts on that bracket and how the U.S. men's national team's attacking style and up-tempo game under Klinsmann will fare in oppressively hot stadium locales in Brazil like Natal and Manaus.
It's going to be difficult. That's what the World Cup's all about, though. You're going to have to win the World Cup, you got to beat the best. And, we've got some pretty darn good teams in our group. So the attacking style can definitely be a good thing. You have to have guys committed to working on both sides of the ball. That's the biggest thing. In a World Cup, the game's so fast, it's so high-paced, it's back and forth. It can be open a lot of times. So I definitely think we're going to create chances going forward and have opportunities to score on goals. We just have to be cautious of teams coming back and coming down our throats. So being smart when in our attack and on the defensive side of the ball. So it's without a doubt it's going to be difficult to advance, but it's not. It's definitely not out of the picture for us. We definitely want to, and I think we will.
Rumor has it that 32 years of age in soccer is considered old, but I know you feel like you're playing some of your best soccer right now, right?
I do. I feel great. Your age is just a number. If you look at it, I really do. I feel good now as I did a few years ago. So I feel like I do a good job of taking care of myself. I think I am playing some of my best soccer right now, and hopefully I can continue to feel good for a long time. But 32 to some people might seem like it's old for soccer, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident. So I'm excited about the opportunities in front of me.
Well, I want to talk about one of the training methods that you're using. I know you grew up in St. Louis. You're a huge hockey fan. I'm a Mizzou grad with a bunch of friends who are Blues fans, so I'm going to blow right past any mention of the playoffs. But from what I understand, you like to train with ice skates at times. Is that right? Are you still doing some of that?
Yeah, well, you can't get me in too much trouble here. I think it's against my contract to walk and chew gum at the same time away from the soccer field. But in the off season, I love trying to incorporate stuff besides running. We run enough throughout the year. I like hopping on the bike and going for a bike ride. But definitely love in the off season. Grew up, playing pond hockey in St. Louis. The Blues are a huge passion. Yeah, unfortunately, they break our hearts every year, unfortunately. But it is definitely a huge passion. Get to the ice rink and do some skating, do a little stick and puck, just mess around in different ways. I still love to ice skate. My son's actually starting to play hockey right now, so I'm a pretty happy dad that he's loving some hockey. So. But yeah, just try and incorporate different stuff besides just running all year.
As an original member of the Dynamo, you've spent a lot of time in Houston. You've seen soccer grow and the support for soccer grow in Houston. What's it been like to be a part of all that?
And it's been amazing. Our fans have been amazing. The support it truly has been amazing. I think it definitely helped that we won the Cup in 2006 and 2007, the first 2 years that we're here. I think that definitely helped us out a lot, but it really has been, it really was a great move for us, great change. I mean, now going from Robertson now to having our own stadium, which is state-of-the-art, it is one of the top, without a doubt, stadiums in the MLS. When I first came in the league in 2002 to where it sits today, it is truly unbelievable how much it has changed. It is still growing like a weed. It's the fastest growing sport in the U.S. You know, we're announcing new teams and USL Pro teams and academies. It's going in the right direction. It really is exciting to be part of the sport of soccer in the U.S. right now, not just in Houston, but all over the country. It's just a great time for soccer right now.
You're right. It really is growing, and especially growing right at the right time too. Right when the World Cup's about to, have the big stage here. I want to mention you have several family members who have been in the military, including a cousin who was wounded. You and Tally Hall, a fellow Dynamo teammate, have a charity Bandit Brigade to help veterans. Could you tell us about that?
It is our organization. It's a military organization. It's we specialize in getting guys back out into the outdoors that are on active duty. They're veterans, their families. We just get them back into outdoor activities, whether it be hunting, fishing. We're actually doing a 5K run that comes up on July 5th. Our military appreciation night for the Dynamo is July 4th, where we're actually going to have a fun run, a 5K, on July 5th, taking place up in Humboldt at a Texan dealership up north. You can go to our website, Bandit Brigade Outdoors, and check that out and sign up. Like I said, that's going to be July 5th, but we really just want to give back. My cousin served in the military, my dad served in the military, my grandfather served in the military, and this is just really an opportunity for me with the platform that I've been blessed with to be able to give back to these guys and show them support. They truly are the reason that, Talia and I and everybody else get to really enjoy and do what we get to do. It's what we love to do. So it's just as simple to be able to give back to those guys and give them the opportunity to do something they love as well.
One last thing before we let you go here. You played so many years with Brian Ching. Even though he's still around and a big part of the organization, has it been strange for you not to have him out there and part of the team on a daily basis?
It really has. At the beginning, it was different. Now that he left, now I'm the old guy in the locker room. I always give him crap. I'm like, come back just for a little bit, so I'm not the old guy. It really has been a little bit different. I'm the last guy from the move in 2006 that's standing in the locker room, so it really is a little bit different. It's been a challenge. I've learned a lot from Brian as far as the leadership goes in the locker room and with the guys, and it's been a little bit of a different challenge with him not being in there, kind of the adjustment to being into that role now by myself. It is a little bit different. So like I said, it's been a challenge, but it's been fun. And that's just the nature of the sport. Life goes on. I miss all the guys that have walked away. And, Ching is definitely one of the big names. I mean, he helped put this team on the map. We miss him, but it definitely has been a bit of an adjustment this year for sure.
Well, I'm sure on behalf of all the soccer fans, they'd love to thank you and Brian and Coach Kinnear for all you guys have done for soccer, building it up in this city. It's got to be one of the most exciting times in your life right now with everything going on in the last week, and really appreciate you joining us, and we wish you luck in the next few weeks, Brian.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
That was Dynamo captain Brad Davis on Houston Sports Talk. Catch more of our interviews on HoustonSportsTalk.net.